Well, Turkey has said that there is no need to resume the offensive in Syria as the 5-day ceasefire ended on Tuesday. This after the U.S. Secretary Mike Pompeo informed Turkish Defense Ministry that the Kurdish withdrawal from the conflicted border areas had been completed. Meanwhile, the Turkish President Recep Erdogan and the Russian President Vladimir Putin have reached a new deal over the Syrian conflict. As per the deal, Russian forces along with the Syrian border guards will be deployed in northern Syria to remove the Kurdish fighters and their weapons 30 kilometers deep into the border. At the joint press conference following the meeting, Erdogan said that his main goal was to expel the YPG rebel forces and make the refugees return home.
23 Ekim öğlen 12'den itibaren 150 saat içinde YPG'li teröristler ve silahları 30 kilometrenin dışına çıkartılacak, örgütün tahkimat ve mevzileri imha edilecektir.
The two leaders have signed a memorandum of understanding at their meeting in Sochi. The two countries have reiterated their commitment to the preservation of Syria's political unity and territorial integrity and establish status quo in the area currently under Turkish control. The two sides have also reaffirmed the importance of the 1998 Adana Agreement. Now, as per the deal, starting from noon of October 23rd, Russian forces will be deployed to facilitate the removal of the Kurdish forces to the depth of 30 kilometers from the Turkey-Syria border. The removal will be finalized within 150 hours from the starting time. The two nations, have also agreed to put in joint efforts to prevent terrorism in the region. In a phone call, President Putin has informed his Syrian counterpart Bashar al-Assad about the latest development in the region and provided an outline of the deal to Mr. Assad. Now, the military police will be deployed outside the proposed safe zone to preserve the status quo in Tel Abyad and Ras Al-Ain. At the end of 150 hours from their deployment, Russian forces will enter the area and remove the YPG elements from the cities like Tal Rifat and Manbij, 30 kilometers from the border. Meanwhile, the U.S. Vice President Mike Pence has struck a hopeful note saying that there is an opportunity for a permanent ceasefire in the region.
But truthfully, as I stand before you today, I can report to you that thanks to the strong leadership of President Donald Trump, we have an opportunity for a permanent ceasefire. We may well give the international community an opportunity to establish a safe zone between Turkey and the Kurdish population in Syria that will ensure peace and security for all the peoples of this war-torn region.
And remember, before the meeting, Putin said that the situation in Syria was very tense and that the two nations will find solutions together. Erdogan, on the other hand, had threatened to resume Turkey's offensive with quote-unquote greater determination if the Kurdish forces didn't pull out completely. The meeting can be seen as some kind of a breakthrough in the long-drawn conflict. Well, the government of India has issued a travel advisory for Indian nationals travelling to Turkey. It comes in view of the ongoing situation in the region. Indian travellers have been asked to exercise utmost caution while travelling to Turkey. There has been a rise in the number of Indian travellers to Turkey in the recent past, and according to the Turkish Tourism Board, more than 130,000 Indian tourists visited Turkey between January and July this year. This is a rise of 56%. More than 250,000 Indians are expected to visit the country by the end of this year.